here on the Eagles Sports Network for Game 2 against the University of Charleston. Carson-Newman, the home team here, as Colton Kaysen, the reigning all-SAC pitcher, gets the first pitch underway to Samuel to strike on the outside. Carson-Newman wins Game 1. Kaysen lets one slip a little bit, and it nails Lamont in the shoulder. Not something super characteristic out of the pitcher of the year, the D2 Southeast Region Baseball pitcher of the year is, but nonetheless a leadoff hitter and a leadoff runner for the University of Charleston that brings Dusenbach up to the plate. Left fielder watches the first offering from Kaysen, a strike right down the middle. So an 0-1 count. Kaysen will check the runner at first as Lamont darts back in to first base. Kaysen misfires again, this time to the outside corner on the lefty Dusenbach. Makes it a 1-1 count with the runner on first here in this top of the first. Carson-Newman wins Game 1 as Dusenbach squares around to the bunt. Cochran fires at the runner on first, nearly gets him. The throw a little too high. Floyd has to jump to make the grab. Otherwise, it might have been a close call. Trent Dusenbach, the batter, swings and misses on one from Kaysen. And Cochran gets the runner at second, even though it got by him. He has been money from behind the dish on his throws. That's 3 for 3 on this opening Friday series for Carson Cochran. Clears the base pass for Kaysen, and he can fire with no worries at Dusenbach, who now has a full count after that breaking ball missed too far outside on the lefty Dusenbach. Got him looking. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Kaysen for out number 2 of the inning. And this guy is special, the sophomore in his second season with the Eagles. Tied a program record last season for complete games throws as he fires away at an off-speed pitch at Kemp, the best hitter on this Charleston team, and it's a strike right away. Pitch number 2 is another strike, this time 77 miles an hour from Kaysen, the off-speed, working. Kent is jammed up by an 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Kaysen. And Kemp needs a second to shake it out. It did ring off his foot when he fouled it back. Colton Kaysen coming off a season as a freshman where he tied the program record for wins, fires another one, this time to the outside of the plate. So a 2-2 count on Kemp with 2 outs on the board. 7 innings here in this second game, here on this cold Friday, as Kaysen, a breaking ball that gets him swinging. 2 strikeouts for Colton Kaysen, puts him down in order, and the Eagles will get a chance to go to work on offense. It's Connor Hedgepeth who will be at work for the Golden Eagles when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network. Braxton, Smith, Green, and Floyd are the first three up to bat for the Eagles here in this bottom of the first inning after the 1-2-3 from Colton Kaysen, and it's Connor Hedgepeth who fires away at Braxton Smith. The first pitch is a ball a little high as Smith squares around for the bunt but pulls back in time. Smith, the center fielder, made a couple good grabs but watches that second one go by. The player of the game in the first game, after he was 1 for 2 with 3 runs and a double that brought in the RBI, the first run scored. Breaking ball from Hedgepeth misses the mark. And it's a 2-1 count for Braxton Smith here. A little bit of a different look in terms of lineup for the Eagles here in this second game. Smith fouls one back and it's 2-2. Smith was lower down in the lineup in the last game, but played well. He hit in the 8th spot in game 1. Able to get on base a couple of times as he watches that one into the dirt. And Lucy able to hold it up from going anywhere behind the plate. Makes it full count, and Smith drills one straight into right center field where it's scooped up and thrown in. But Braxton Smith, the leadoff single to get the Eagles offense going here in this second game of 2026. That brings up Logan Floyd, the first baseman, who was on base nearly every time last game. Was even intentionally walked at one point because the bases were loaded. Didn't want to give up anything silly. Hedgepeth fires an 86-mile-an-hour fastball for strike one, and it's a 1-1 count on Green. Maddox Green, the DH, watches the second one go by. He squares around for a bunt, doesn't make contact, but still a strike. And a 1-2 count with no outs on the board. It's Braxton Smith at first base. Hedgepeth takes a look, a breaking ball that's fouled back from Green. Into the stands here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Fans coming out here to see opening weekend, even though it's cold, and the first time Carson-Newman has played baseball in January since 2004. Hedgepeth comes back together. It's a 1-2 count on Green. Smith takes off. The throw is a little off the mark. It gets under the glove of the third baseman, Lamont, and skips into center field. So Braxton Smith, a stolen base, gets him over to second. And Maddox Green with the 2-2 count. Hedgepeth comes together, and Green fights another one off up the right field line. Two-two with Braxton Smith on second. Hedgepeth takes a look and fires a ball into the dirt, one that stays in front of Drew Lucy, but nonetheless a finicky one from the starter. Payoff pitch on the way. It's swung on, belted straight out to right field. It's got some distance, but it's Dusenbach underneath it to make the catch. Smith will be held up at second. That's out number one for the Golden Eagles here in the bottom of the first. Now Logan Floyd will get a chance with Braxton Smith in scoring position. In the last game, Floyd was 2 for 3 with a run. No RBIs, but 3 walks to go along with it. Eagles being super selected, collected 12 walks in that first game as Floyd takes the first strike on the outside corner. Smith shuffles over there at second, and Floyd goes hard up the third baseline. He's going to go all the way to first. It's Smith darting home. He'll score the first run, and Logan Floyd, the RBI double to lead things off as he does a little dance over there at second base to fire up his teammates. And the Eagles on top early here in the bottom of the first, 1-0. Big time RBI double right off the bat from Logan Floyd straight up the third baseline. And that brings up Cole Nathan, the second baseman, was also really good in that first game. 9 runs scored from this Eagles offense. Nathan 2 for 5 in that ball game. So Floyd over there at first base as Cole Nathan takes a strike there. 1-1 count on Nathan. Nathan the righty, an all-sac selection last season, was named to the all-sac preseason watch list. 1-1 count, and he swings on a fastball from Hedgepeth that makes it 1-2. Fastball on the outside corner makes it 2-2. Eagles up 1-0. Floyd's on second. And Nathan swings and misses. It's dropped by Lucy, but tossed over to first base, where he is out. So the second out of the inning. And Aiden Gibson will get a chance. Gibson 1 for 4 in the first game with an RBI and was hit by pitch 2 times in that game, so didn't really get a chance to do much. Watches the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Gibson watches the fastball, 87 miles an hour off the fingers of Hedgepeth. First strike 1. Gibson watches another one, this time a little lower. Doesn't like it, he leaves it be, but it's a strike for a 1-2 count. Eagles getting up early, up 1-0 off the Logan Floyd RBI double as Gibson grounds one over to the shortstop in Stansbury, and he tosses it over to first base where Hal is waiting for him. That'll be the third out of the inning and the end of the first. Eagles up 1-0 here in the second game here on this opening Friday.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Charleston getting to work here in the top of the second. Colton Kaysen trying to stay perfect, and he starts off with a strike on the DH, Carson Bradley. 88 miles an hour to the outside corner. That gets things going here. Eagles put up a run in the bottom of the first as Bradley chops one over to third base. Gibson shuffles to his left side and slings it over to Floyd for out number 1. So a second pitch ground out for Carson Bradley brings up Abe Fenwick. This will be his first look here in 2026, and he waves on one from Kaysen. A 1 count on Fenwick as Kaysen throws an off-speed to the inside corner on the lefty, makes it 0-2. 77 miles an hour with 15 inches of break. Another fastball 90 miles an hour on the inside corner. Makes it 1-2, just barely misses the mark. Kaysen comes together, fires again, and that one battled back by Fenwick. Fenwick, the sophomore, playing center field here in Game 2. And another breaking ball to the outside corner on the lefty makes it 2-2. Cochran behind the dish had a hard time corralling it, but he finally gets it back as Kaysen fires away again. Trying to hit that outside corner, just barely missing. So a full count now for the sophomore reigning pitcher of the year. Strike right down the middle. 89 miles an hour, got him on the fastball. His third strikeout of the day. Catches Fenwick looking and brings up Drew Lucy. Freshman came in about midway through the last game. He swings on the first pitch from Kaysen. First strike one, fouls it towards the Eagles' dugout. Lucy 0 for 1 in that game, did have an RBI on the sac fly. Swings at another one from Kaysen. First strike 2. Kaysen's so good, has such good command as he fires to the outside batter's box for the first ball of the at-bat on Lucy. But everyone around the league knew early on that this guy was the real deal. Led Division II with 13 consensus All-American votes and catches him looking on the 75-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch with 19 inches of break. Colton Kaysen, nasty stuff here in the top of the first, keeps it scoreless for the Golden Eagles, and Carson-Newman gets back to work with 1 run on the board when we come back here in the bottom of the second.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Back here for the bottom of the second, Bradley Soto Diaz leads off here, and he takes the first pitch from Hedgepeth. It's a ball. Fouls one back for strike one, and Hedgepeth giving up one run. Braxton Smith comes all the way around to score after he hit a leadoff double to right field, and then Logan Floyd comes in clutch with the ground ball up the third baseline to bring him around. Soto Diaz watches the third pitch, a strike on the outside corner from Hedgepeth. Soto Diaz playing all of last game as well. Was 0 for 4 with an RBI, 2 strikeouts in game number 1, as well as he fouls another one back. A lot of pitchers throwing in that first game for the Golden Eagles as Hedgepeth's offering misses low. Hedgepeth, the freshman, standing at 6 foot tall, the righty, fires again, and it's fouled back. Soto Diaz fighting off the high stuff. Freshman, the native from Virginia, and makes the start here in just the second game of the season for either team. Off-speed pitch. Soto Diaz tracks it all the way into the outside corner, and it's a ball. So full count. And pitch number 8 of Soto Diaz's at-bat coming up. Cut on and fouled back again. Off speed, nearly jams him up, but instead fell off again. And both of these players, both Hedgepeth and Soto Diaz, trying to win the battle here. Sudden death pitch is cut on and lined out to left field, where Dozenbach doesn't make the grab. It slips out of his glove. Soto Diaz jogs his way into second base. And a double for Bradley Soto Diaz. His first hit of his Carson-Newman career. Another leadoff double for the Eagles. Braxton Smith led off the top of the first with a double out to left field, or out to right field, I should say, and then Soto Diaz doing more of the same out to left field. That brings up Jono Pierce, who watches the first from Hedgepeth, a ball into the left batter's box. Pierce also the transfer from Roan State. A lot of new faces to this Carson-Newman lineup. Hedgepeth finally hits the mark on an inside fastball. 1-1 count on Pierce with Soto Diaz at second base. Eagles trying to add to their lead. They're up 1-0 here in this game, too. Pierce towards the shortstop in Stansbury, who's turns, and his throw is too weak to the first baseman, and Howell, he had to run quite a few steps to his right side. He was pinched towards second. And Pierce will have the infield single. Already 4 hits for the Eagles in the first 2 innings. No outs on the board for Hedgepeth. And Ryan Bolton, who came in to pinch it towards the tail end of the last game, squares the bunt around and fouls it back. Eagles not afraid to play small ball. Like to work the bunt, have a lot of speed on the bases. Pearson, Soto Diaz, both out there for Carson-Newman threatening. Bolton, the righty, squares around another bunt. He has to lean back and has to stick his bat out in front of his face to guard the ball from hitting it. So 2 strikes on Bolton. No balls. And a runner in scoring position for Ryan Bolton. Hedgepeth takes a look at Soto Diaz on second. Swung on and missed by Bolton, a strikeout. The second of the day for Connor Hedgepeth. So here comes the catcher, Carson Cochran. Started the game for the Eagles in the last one. Was 1 for 2 at the plate with a walk before he was subbed out. Cochran swings at 1. It's fouled back and makes it 0-1. Cochran, his first games in some time, missed all of 2025 with an injury. Redshirted last season, and he grounds that one to the second baseman in Lamond, who tosses it over to first but moves both the runners, both Soto Diaz and Pierce, to third and second. And brings up Braxton Smith, who's already 1 for 1 with a run. Hedgepeth gives him an off speed on the first pitch to the outside corner. Home plate umpire doesn't like it. It was awfully close to clipping that outside corner. Smith watches another one. This one called a strike. So a 1-1 count for Smith. Getting the start in center field in both games. Fouls one away up the third base side out towards the Carson-Newman bullpens. 1-2 with runners on second and third. 2 outs on the board as Hedgepeth tries to keep it a manageable 1-run game. Smith goes right to the second baseman in Lamond. He gobbles it up and slings it over to Howell to make it the third out of the inning. So no runs scored for the Eagles in the bottom of the second. Colton Kaysen returning to work when we come back here in the top of the third.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Seven, 8, and 9 coming up for the Golden Eagles in the top of the third. It's Hunter Howell who will get his first at bat here in 2026, playing first base here in game number 2. Digs in from the left, and Kaysen misses low and inside for ball 1. Kaysen 2 strikeouts to wrap up the top of the second last time, as Howell cuts one sharply right to Soto Diaz's glove as he takes a couple steps to his left side, sinks to a knee, and makes the catch off the line drive from Howell. So 1 out on the board. And John Stansbury, the new shortstop here in game number 2, will get his first look at Kaysen. Stansbury, the righty, swings at the first pitch from Kaysen. Stansbury, the senior righty, cuts at one over his own dugout and out of play. So 2 strikes now on Stansbury. Off-speed pitch that's a little early, but underneath it is Bolton to make the grab, and that's 2 away. He slides to make the catch as snow begins to fall here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Weather's starting to pick up, and can bet you Tom Griffin's squad wants to make quick a work as they can of this one. It's Damian Whitty who will get his first look at Kaysen. He watches the first one go by for ball 1. Kaysen comes together, and Whitty is early on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball from Kaysen for strike 1. So a 1-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Nobody on, and the Eagles lead by a run. 4 hits already, though, on the Golden Eagles starting pitcher, Connor Hedgepeth, as Kaysen fires a strike into the inside corner of the zone. Off-speed pitch from Kaysen doesn't hit. Crowd not happy about that one. A 2-2 count now for Whitty. Cut back into the netting. Whitty fighting to stay in this one. Junior playing right field here in game 2. Came in there at the tail end of game 1 to pinch hit. And he got him on the fastball. Five strikeouts for Colton Kaysen keeps the Golden Eagles scoreless. And the Eagles get back to work here, looking to capitalize on some hits this time. They've already put up 4 on Connor Hedgepeth. See if they can do it when we come back. It's the top of the order. Braxton Smith, Maddox Green, Logan Floyd when we come back.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Maddox Green, the DH, leads off here in the bottom of the third. Carson-Newman looking to build upon their 1-0 lead as he takes the first pitch from Hedgepeth a little high and outside for ball one. He ducks out of the way of a fastball on the inside corner for ball two. Green, the freshman, looking to get his first hit of his Carson-Newman career, takes a strike from Hedgepeth. Was a 3-time all-conference player, though, in high school and an all-region selection as well. Another ball from Hedgepeth makes it a 3-1 count for Green. Hedgepeth fires to the inside corner, misses high at the shoulders of Green, and he'll take his base. The first walk of the game from Connor Hedgepeth. 2 strikeouts and 4 hits, just 1 run let up for the freshman. But Logan Floyd is back at the plate. A double in his last at-bat. Sharp ground ball up the third base side that gave Carson-Newman the 1-0 lead. He had the RBI. Floyd Maddox Green, at first base. And Floyd drives one out to left field, but a foul ball. Gives him strike one. Floyd way early on that one. Pulled it deep out to left. Was early on the last pitch that he hit up the third base line too. Waits on that one, but it's a strike. 76 miles an hour from Hedgepeth that Floyd lays off of. 1-2 count on the junior. Floyd waits on this one, fouls it off again. Just fighting to stay in the count. Not a pitch you typically like to swing at, but trying to protect there. Maddox Green takes off. Floyd swings and fouls another one back. So a 1-2 count, but the 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. Eagles constantly pushing these Charleston pitchers. See the snow falling down a little thicker there on your screen if you're watching on TV as Floyd watches that one go by. For ball two, a 2-2 count for Logan Floyd. Skies one up the first base side. It's going to be out of play as both Lucy and Howell track it over the Charleston dugout. .53 pitches already thrown here for Connor Hedgepeth in the bottom of the third inning. This one right over the head of the third baseman, Kemp. Floyd hits another one into left field. It gets past the glove of Dozenbach. Here comes Green around to score. He's in standing up, and Floyd, his second RBI double of the contest, makes it a 2-0 ball game, and Logan Floyd continues to prove why he was a first-team All-SAC selection last season. A bobble there in the corner by Dozenbach. that lets Green come all the way in to score. And Floyd makes it over to second base. Cole Nathan, the second baseman, also an all-sack selection, comes up with Logan Floyd in scoring position and no outs on the board for Connor Hedgepeth. As Hedgepeth tosses one low for Nathan, he lays off of it for ball one. Floyd 2 for 2, Nathan a strikeout in his last at bat, and he watches another ball in the dirt, a 2-0 count. Nathan cuts one up the middle. It's scooped up by Stansbury and slung over to Howe for the first out of the inning, but Floyd over to third base, so another runner threatening for Carson-Newman in prime scoring position for Aiden Gibson to potentially pick up his second RBI of the day. Gibson was 1 for 4 in the first game with a run scored and an RBI. 0 for 1 in this particular game, a ground ball to the shortstop. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching switch here before Gibson can have the chance to hit. Hedgepeth will take a seat. And we'll get a look at who the new pitcher is when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back here in the bottom of the third, one run on the board here for the Eagles as Aiden Gibson digs in with Logan Floyd at third base, just one out on the board, and Ian Ginger, the freshman, takes over for Connor Hedgepeth after 2 1/3 innings of work. The first pitch from Ginger, a ball on the outside corner. Gibson looking for his second RBI of the day, had one in game one. Swings and fouls one back high into the netting for strike one. Gibson grounded out to shortstop in his first at bat here in game two. In these 7-inning games, important to get up early. Not as much time to work your way back into games if you're down. Breaking ball from Ginger. Catches Gibson going, doesn't commit fully to the swing. But it's still called a strike. 77 miles an hour and 16 inches of break on that ball from Ginger. Gibson swings again, a strikeout for the senior, and Ginger with his first strikeout in his collegiate career. Signing on with the Charleston Golden Eagles and picking up a strikeout on the senior. Brings up Bradley Soto Diaz. Hit a line drive out to left field in his first at bat after a really good battle with Connor Hedgepeth. Takes the first pitch from Ginger, a ball on the outside corner. Breaking ball to the inside is a strike, Caleb McDonald says. Umpires all bundled up as well. Everybody out on the field wearing some sort of extra layer. Soto Diaz holds off on a breaking ball to the outside. Makes it a 2-1 count with 2 outs on the board. And Floyd still at third base. Eagles have already left 3 runners on base. All of them in scoring position. Fastball to the outside as Soto Diaz watches it go. 2-2 count, 2 outs on the board. Eagles lead by a score of 2-0. Ginger listed on the roster at 6'1". The righty out of Ohio. Gets him on the breaking ball. Soto Diaz strikes out, and that'll be the inning for the Eagles in the bottom of the third. Another run tacked on to Carson-Newman's lead, and the Golden Eagles offense gets to go back to work. It's the top of the order, Lamond, Dozenbach, and Kemp when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Colton Kaysen back to work. Scoreless first 3 innings for the sophomore, and the breaking ball to get things off on the leadoff hitter, Samuel Lamond, is a strike on the outside corner. Kaysen fires another one low and away. This one a ball, though. Just a little too far outside, and Cochran reaches over to his other side to make the grab. 7 complete games for Kaysen last season as Lamont fouls another one back. So a 1-2 count for the second baseman. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. His second look at Kaysen here in game 2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Colton Kaysen. Make it number 6 for the sophomore. 88 miles an hour on the fastball. Completely fanned on. And that brings up Trent Dozenbach. Kaysen misses the mark, so a ball. 1-0 count with 1 out on the board, nobody on, and the Eagles defense feeling pretty comfortable here with the sophomore on the mound. 6-foot righty is from Benton, Tennessee. And the 8th player in Carson-Newman history with All-American honors. Another pitch too far outside, so 2-1 count on Dozenbach. Last year hit .319 as a freshman, 41 starts in his first year with the Golden Eagles as Kaysen misses again. 3-1 count on the left fielder. Was one of the power hitters, though, for the Golden Eagles as Kaysen delivers an 88-mile-an-hour fastball to the inside corner. First strike 2, full count on Dozenbach. 4 home runs last season for the sophomore. This one right through the 5-6 gap. Pierce dives for it, but it was way out of reach as Dozenbach moves over to first base safely. And the first hit of the game here in the top of the 4th. Brings up Colin Kemp, the third baseman. So Dozenbach 1 for 2 today. He sits on first base and Kemp watches the first pitch from Kaysen, a ball a little too high. .95 innings last season as a freshman, the 6th most in a single season in program history. A lot of experience on the mound already for the sophomore as he delivers a strike to Colin Kemp, one of the most formidable batters in this Golden Eagles lineup. Kemp led the team as a freshman with a .737 batting average as Kaysen nearly got Lamont over there, or Dozenbach over there at first base. Kaysen way to the outside. Kemp waves through it, but Dozenbach over to second base, more than safe. So a 1-2 count now for Kemp as he swung on that one. And the Golden Eagles with a runner in scoring position. Breaking ball just a little too low on Kemp. Kemp was good in game 1, 2 hits and 3 at bats. A double to go along with a walk. Checks his swing there. Cochran asked the umpire to check. They'll say no, he did not. So a full count for Kemp here. And Kaysen just misses the mark, a rare walk for the reigning Southeast pitcher of the year. So runners on first and second now for the Golden Eagles. And the DH, Carson Bradley, is up to bat. Grounded out to Aiden Gibson in his first at bat. And was 1 for 2 in game 1. Watches a breaking ball to the outside corner for ball 1. Kaysen trying to keep things scoreless here. Fastball just on the outside corner is a strike on Bradley. So a 1-1 count with 1 out on the board. Runners at first and second as Nathan takes off towards second base, seeing if Kaysen wants to throw. Instead, this one will be grounded up the middle. It's a soft one. Pierce steps on second, slings it over to first. Floyd makes the catch. The double play ends the inning and keeps things scoreless for Colton Kaysen on the soft contact. And it's still a 2-0 ball game. Carson-Newman in the lead. Looking to add to it in the bottom of the 4th when we come back.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Jono Pierce gets to work here in this bottom of the 4th. Hit a ground ball to the away side of the shortstop in his first at bat as he cuts on one from Ian Ginger, who took over in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 strikeouts to end the inning and keep things a manageable 2 runs. With runners threatening, Floyd had been on third base since the first out of the inning, as Pierce jabs at one again. Makes it an 0-2 count. Pierce, a newbie to this Carson-Newman lineup, transferred over from Roane State, where had above a 300 batting average. And he watches that one high at his letters for ball 1. Carson-Newman picked to finish 3rd in the preseason poll as Pierce turns away from a high ball that nearly nicks his shoulder, so a 2-2 count. Finished 3rd in last year's sack schedule. They tied the program record for sack wins last year, 21 wins, as Ginger gets the strikeout on Pierce. He watched it go by, the 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball. And the 3rd strikeout of the day from the freshman, Ginger. So that brings up Ryan Bolton. Bolton watches the first one from Ginger, the first time he's seen the freshman. He struck out in his first at bat and now takes strike number 1. Digs back in from the right side. Bolton last season hit .333 in the first 2 months of the year. And takes the second pitch for ball 1. 1 out on the board after the Pierce strikeout. Bolton cuts on 1 and fouls it back just behind the catcher and Lucy. This Golden Eagles team, so young, a freshman pitcher to go along with a freshman catcher. Ginger way outside on this next one. Makes it a 2-2 count. It rolls all the way back behind Lucy. And he has to recollect. Anticipated that snow will stick around here this weekend in Mossy Creek as we take a short break for a mound meeting between Ginger and head coach Peterson. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network when they finish their conversation.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Ryan Bolton back into the right batter's box with a 2-2 count, and it's J.P. Schultz taking over on the mound. 3 freshman pitchers for the Golden Eagles here in game number 2 of this opening weekend as Bolton pulls one over the Carson-Newman dugout, a foul ball. That'll keep things at 2-2. 1 out on the board after John O'Pierce struck out in his at-bat. He was the leadoff batter. And Bolton, the left fielder, the first one to get a look at the freshman lefty. Bolton, a chopper up the middle that's bobbled by the shortstop Stansbury, and Bolton will be on first base safe and sound. So Bolton 1 for 2. And that brings up Carson Cochran, the catcher. Hard hit ground ball to Stansbury. They won't credit him an error for that. They'll give him the hit. And Cochran will take the first pitch from Schultz. Cochran grounded out to second base in his first at-bat here in game 2. Second pitch is another ball from Schultz. So 3 strikeouts will end Ian Ginger's day as Bolton takes off towards second base. The throw is over the head of the second baseman, Lamont, or gets under his glove at least. And Bolton will be on second base. Cochran with a 2-0 count at home plate and 1 out on the board. Eagles put up a run in the first inning and in the bottom of the third. Looking to tally another one here. He squares around for the bunt and pulls back just in time. Has to dodge out of the way of a breaking ball from the lefty into the right batter's box. 3-0 count now for Carson Cochran. .82 miles an hour on the fastball. First strike 1. Cochran watches it go. And now can choose his pitch. Ball high in the zone, and Cochran will take off towards first base before the umpire can change his mind. A walk and a hit in the first 2 batters for the freshman J.P. Schultz, the 6'3" Maryland native. Trying to get the Golden Eagles out of this inning so their offense can go back to work and at least try and get something on Colton Kaysen. Breaking ball into Braxton Smith, and his third at-bat here in this contest is high and outside for ball 1. Smith, a line drive into right field, a leadoff double here in this game, and then grounded out to second base in his second at-bat. That comes straight off the middle, but it's off the glove of Schultz as he bobbles it. Finally gets it over to first, but Smith is too fast as it skips into the glove of Howell. Every runner moves along. Bolton's to third, Cochran's to first, or to second, and Smith over to first in time. The second error of the game, a hard hit ground ball to the pitcher and J.P. Schultz. It just pops out of the heel of his glove. And now the DH Maddox Green looking for his first hit of his Carson-Newman career. The freshman walked in his last at bat, so he's been on base and scored a run off the Logan Floyd double. Pitch number 1 is a ball on the outside corner. Green fouls one back for strike 2. Bases juiced for Carson-Newman. The corners pinch in the middle infielders Both in towards second base, so big gaps in the 5-6 and the 4-3. Off-speed pitch way into the other batter's box is a 2-1 count for Maddox Green. Opportunity for Carson-Newman to extend their lead to more than 2. And as Lucy takes a chance over trying to get Braxton Smith looking. Tosses it over, doesn't make the tag in time. But a 3-1 count now for Mason Green. Already a walk registered for J.P. Schultz, trying to avoid one here, as it would score a run. Schultz fires one down the middle, and Green fouls it off. It's over the right field fence. Well foul. Green has been good at making contact, just hasn't put a ball in play just yet. A hit here would be the first of his Carson-Newman career, and he watches that one go. The second walk for Mason Green, being selective. And he moves every runner along, so Ryan Bolton will come in to score Carson Cochran. Over to third base, Braxton Smith on second. 2 walks already for J.P. Schultz. He came in to throw a couple of pitches against Ryan Bolton. He had a 2-2 count at the time. And now struggling to keep things contained. Logan Floyd watches the first pitch to the outside corner, another ball. Floyd 2 for 2 with 2 RBI doubles in this game. Has been so dominant, making good contact and placing the ball where it needs to be. Ball is high in the zone. He watches it at his eyes. Shrugs it off nonchalantly and digs back in. This one to the outside, the lefty thrown in the left batter's box. So 3-0 for Floyd. Got to imagine he'll take the free base if he can get it here. Takes a swing at that one. It's skied high into the air. Dusenbach is moving towards it, so Stansbury. And it's dropped foul. So strike 1 on Floyd as he gets the go-ahead to swing. Just 1 out on the board with bases juiced here for Carson-Newman. 3-0 ball game as Floyd dodges out of the way of that one. Another walk that will bring Cochran in to score. Braxton Smith over to third, and Mason Green on second. Logan Floyd now 2 for 2 on the day with a walk and 2 RBIs with 2 doubles. Makes it 4-0 Carson-Newman with the lead, and that'll be the end of J.P. Schultz's day as we get another pitching change for the Golden Eagles. This will be the 10th pitcher that Carson-Newman will have seen today from the University of Charleston. We'll see who it is when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Cole Nathan gets a first look at the new pitcher in Brevin Deckrish. The first pitch, a ball a little bit high on Nathan. A strikeout in his first at-bat, and then grounded out to the shortstop in his second at-bat. 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th for the Eagles. 1 out on the board with the bases loaded, and Lucy fires over to first base where Floyd had a couple steps off the bag. 1-1 count now on Nathan. It's Braxton Smith on third base, Maddox Green at second, Logan Floyd at first. Just 1 out for Cole Nathan. 4-0 ball game, snow continuing to fall, and a breaking ball from Deckrish is a strike. .79 miles an hour on that breaking ball from the senior. 6'2" transfer. From Owens Community College as he fires another breaking ball. This one high at the eyes of Nathan is ball 2, so a 2-2 count. Deckrish delivers, and it's a strikeout on Cole Nathan. He watched it go. 19 inches of break, nearly 20 on that 78-mile-an-hour slider from Deckrish. And it's the second out of the inning. Gets it in a strikeout, and that brings up Aiden Gibson, who has come up empty in both at-bats. A ground ball to shortstop in his first at-bat, and a strikeout the last time around. First pitch is a ball on Gibson to the outside corner. Eagles have left a lot of runners on base here in this game. It could be a lot bigger of a deficit had those runners been driven in. They were all in scoring position. 4 runners left on base for the Eagles as Gibson fouls one back into the netting, and a 1-1 count. Senior third baseman with a great lay of the land in terms of Mossy Creek. Has been a part of this lineup all 4 years as he elevates this one out to right field. It's floating towards the glove of Whitty, and he makes the catch. Which is thrown in like there was an extra out on the scoreboard. In fact, there was not. So that'll wrap up the inning. 2 runs scored for the Eagles, make it a 4-0 ball game, and they leave 3 runners on base. When we come back, it's Abe Fenwick, Drew Lucy, and Hunter Howell for the Golden Eagles. Stay with us here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Top of the 5th here from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Rana DeCrow here for Game 2. Carson-Newman against the University of Charleston. And it's Abe Fenwick, the center fielder, who watches the first pitch from Kaysen a little bit high for ball 1. Eagles put up 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th to make it a 4-0 ball game. Couple of hits, couple of errors from the Golden Eagles that let them score a few runs. A lot of walks that let runners on base. Regardless, they leave 3 on base. And a fastball from Kaysen makes it a 1-1 count. This one fouled back by Fenwick, so 1-2. Redshirt sophomore standing at 6'4" in the left batter's box. A native of Charleston, West Virginia. Looking for his first hit of 2026, struck out in his first at bat as he watches the 4th pitch, a high fastball for a 2-2 count. Kaysen delivers, this one cut on and fouled back again. Fenwick transferring over from West Virginia. Looking to make an impact here in his hometown team. Breaking ball for Kaysen on the outside corner on the lefty. Just misses. And it's a full count now for the center fielder. Kaysen delivers the payoff pitch. It's a hard line drive out to right field. Soto Diaz scoops it up off the second bounce. And the second hit allowed by Colton Kaysen puts Abe Fenwick on first base. Golden Eagles trying to cut into this lead as Jason White will come out and have a conversation with Colton Kaysen. We'll see if this will be the end of his day. Looks like it will be. When we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network, we'll see who takes over.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shop cneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shop cneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shop cneagles.com.
Gavin Greiner takes over for Colton Kaysen here in the bottom of the fourth. Abe Fenwick on first base, and the first pitch from the freshman Greiner is a ball just a little bit high and inside on the freshman Drew Lucy. A lot of young talent on either side for either team, but Greiner, the first freshman pitcher that we've seen, as Lucy takes a hack at a high one. First strike one. Greiner not worried about Fenwick at first, but Cochran is as he fires over off the high ball from Greiner. So a 2-1 count. Fenwick dives back into first. He's safe. And now Greiner will check Fenwick. Nearly got him. Half a second too late. Fenwick thought he wasn't paying attention. Greiner with the quick throw over to first. Colton Kaysen, 4 innings pitch with 2 hits and 6 strikeouts, just 1 walk for the sophomore in his first appearance here in 2026. Greiner checks Fenwick again, and we'll go back to work on the batter at hand. A breaking ball that Lucy did not want to swing at, so it's 2-2. 71 miles an hour off the hand of Greiner, a slow-moving ball. This one a little bit faster. It's a soft little blooper that rolls foul. Good call by Cochran there to let it roll just outside the first baseline. Golden Eagles have recorded just 2 hits in this second game of the opening day series. One off the bat of Abe Fenwick that came just a batter ago, and the second off the bat of Trent Dusenbach, who grounded into left field in the top of the 4th inning. Greiner comes together and delivers. It's fouled back yet again. Lucy staying alive there in the batter's box, trying to threaten on offense. No outs on the board for the Eagles here in the top of the 5th. Just a couple innings left, though, for the Golden Eagles to chip into the Carson-Newman lead. Another check of Fenwick at first. Both Greiner and Cochran uncomfortable with the lead over there. Griner will check him again. Took a second to decide, but finally goes for it. Lucy watches this one go by. So a full count for Gavin Griner, the freshman against freshman battle. Griner, another throw over to Fenwick at first, nearly got him. Yet again. Fouled off again, this one rolling towards the Golden Eagles dugout. Lucy, the freshman from Forest, Virginia, 5'10", standing in the right batter's box. A graduate of Miller High School. Making his first appearance with the Golden Eagles as Fenwick had taken off. Lucy cut on that one, it's fouled back. Eight pitches already for Drew Lucy here in this first at bat with Gavin Griner. Trying to win the battle. Full count. Swung on and missed. Gavin Griner in his first appearance in an Eagles uniform starts it off with a strikeout. Got the freshman catcher from Charleston swinging. That brings up Hunter Howell. The first baseman, excuse me. A line drive to right field that was caught in his first at bat, and he hits a hard ground ball into the 3-4 gap, which is scooped up by Soto Diaz and thrown in. So Fenwick will make his way over to second base, and that's the third hit here for the Golden Eagles in Game 2 of this opening day series. Full cloud cover here over Mossy Creek. Sky completely white. We try and get 2 games in here in Jefferson City. This one to Stansbury is high for ball 1. Stansbury, the righty. Griner fires over at Hal at first base, and again nearly got him. Hal has to dive back in. But he will return to Stansbury with a 1-0 count. Off-speed pitch at 72 miles an hour. Doesn't fool Stansbury, so 2-0. Stansbury, the senior in this lineup, lines one sharply up the middle. It's nearly gloved down by Jono Pierce. But Fenwick's going to come all the way around to score it. Hits off one of the batters who was sitting in the on-deck circle. But Cochran finally gets it into his glove. So just 1 run scored for the Golden Eagles as Howell makes his way over to third base. Stansbury over to first after that line drive into left field. Damian Whitty cuts on one, the first pitch from Griner. Makes it an 0-1 count. Just 1 out on the board for the Eagles with runners on the corner. Four 4-1 ball game now. Carson-Newman still leading. As Stansbury dives back in to first base. Flurry of snow keeps getting heavier and heavier as Stansbury takes off. Cochran's going to throw at him. Pierce bobbles the catch, but Cochran's throw not there in time anyway. Hal is held up at third base, and Whitty has a 1-1 count with one out on the board. Cochran will check Hal over there at third. Pump fake the throw and instead goes back to Greiner. That pitch from Greiner missed the zone, so a 2-1 count. Greiner fires again, this one high and outside on the lefty, Whitty. The junior playing right field in this game here today. Watches another one just low at the knees of Whitty, and that's going to send him to first base. Base is loaded for the Charleston Golden Eagles. And Tom Griffin comes and has a conversation with the freshman Gavin Greiner. We'll see what happens when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Brock Culpepper takes over on the bump for Gavin Greiner. 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout for the freshman as Culpepper fires away at the leadoff hitter in Lamont. And it's a ball back. Culpepper, a mainstay in this pitching rotation last season. The senior fires again at Lamont, and that one's cut on and missed. "13 innings last season for Culpepper. 9 strikeouts in those 13 innings as he fires away again. Another fastball at 87 miles an hour that hits the zone and is strike 2. One run here in this top of the 5th from the Golden Eagles. Bases loaded as Lamont softly grounds to Floyd at first base. He'll just tap his bag. Howell will come in to score. Stansbury moves over to third, and Damian Whitty at second base. First base will remain unoccupied and will bring up Trent Dusenbach. Dusenbach, a ground ball out to left field in his last at bat, and they're going to intentionally walk him to load the bases, play the force out. So bases loaded now. It's Stansbury at third, Whitty at second, and Dusenbach at first. That brings up Colin Kemp, the freshman who led this team in batting average last season, led this team in hits last season as well. They're actually going to bring in Caleb Knapp to hit. The sophomore replaces Kemp in the lineup, but he takes a ball and a strike, make it a 1-1 count here. 2 outs on the board for the Eagles. 2 runs here in the top of the 5th for the Golden Eagles, trying to chip away at Carson-Newman's 4-0 lead, or what it was at the beginning, as Culpepper fires another one into the top of the zone for strike 2. A breaking ball at 75 miles an hour. Knapp cuts on that one. It's right towards his dugout. And Dusenbach will field it over there at first base, toss it away, so Culpepper can get back to work. Fastball, changeup, and a slurve for Culpepper in the arsenal. 1-2 count. That one on the inside corner. Knapp has to dodge out of the way, and it'll be 2-2. Tying run is at second base, as this one just softly hit to Culpepper, the pitcher. He tosses it over to Floyd and makes the 1-3 out. So just 2 runs for the Golden Eagles in the top of the 5th as they try and chip away at Carson-Newman's lead. Eagles still up 4-2 as we move into the bottom of the 5th, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Bradley Soto Diaz, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 5th for the Carson-Newman Eagles, as Brevin DeCroce gets back to work. A ball straight off the bat here in the bottom of the 5th on Soto Diaz. So a 1-0 count. Soto Diaz 1 for 2 with a line drive to left field that put him on base, and then a strikeout in his second at bat. Fastball right down the middle makes it a 2-1 count. DeCroce misses again for 3-1 on Soto Diaz. Playing right field here in this second game, as he did in the first game, as that one gets away from Lucy behind the dish. And Soto Diaz will take his base at first. So first walk of the contest for DeCrosh, and that'll give Jono Pierce a chance to continue his good start to the 2026 season. 1 for 2 today. A strikeout in his last at bat, and was good in the last game too. 1 for 3 with a run scored and 2 walks. Umpires will call time to kill the music. Runner goes. Soto Diaz takes off towards second base. The throw from Lucy to the left of Lamond, and Soto Diaz over there on second base. Now runners in scoring position, and Jono Pierce at the plate. Shortstop has done a good job at being selective today. 2 walks in that first game. 1-0 count right now. Second pitch on the way. It's a strike on the inside corner. A fastball at 89 miles an hour from DeCrosh. Breaking ball hits the glove of Lucy. It pops out, and Soto Diaz, more than comfortable to take third base, says thank you very much. And Jono Pierce with free real estate over there at first and second. Two-one count for the junior. That one swung on, and Pierce comes up empty, so a 2-2 count with Soto Diaz on third base. Contact here would be ideal. You get Soto Diaz in to score, extend your lead to 3. Eagles up 4-2 at the moment, as DeCrosh asks for a new ball. Snow a little bit thicker now than it was when it first started, as it starts to accumulate out in the outfield. Breaking ball is cut on and missed, and Pierce his second strikeout of the afternoon. Second strikeout of the day for the senior on the mound, too, bringing in the veteran guy to try and maybe get you a couple innings before you bring in your closer. So here comes Ryan Bolton, the left fielder, a strikeout in his first at bat. But then a ground ball to shortstop in his second at bat. He would end up getting all the way around to score, and he takes the first pitch for ball 1. Delivery from DeCrosh's office. Soto Diaz more than safe at home as he slides in with style, and that'll be the 5th run of the game, and another error. See who they credit it to on the official stats, but that one gets past Lucy. And Bolton, with the bases empty and 2 balls, no strikes. Third pitch is a ball that breaks all the way to the left batter's box and is on the ground. So ball 3 for Ryan Bolton. Watches that one, a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Just 1 out on the board. Just the strikeout from Jono Pierce. And Bolton will be disciplined. Watch that one at his knees and take his base as well. So another walk here from DeCroche. That's his second. 2 strikeouts to go along with it, and a run now credited against him. Now Carson Cochran, the catcher, can dig back in from the right side. Grounded out to second base in his first at bat and walked in his second as that one skips past Lucy again. Got to imagine the ball is getting harder to hang on to as the snow continues to pile up and come down. Bolton makes his way over to second, and Cochran has a 1-0 count. Bolton well off second base. Cochran jabs at this one all the way to second, and Lamond makes the throw over to Hal at first. But that'll move Ryan Bolton over to third base. 2 outs on the board for the Eagles in the top of the lineup, and Braxton Smith can get back to work. 1 for 2 in this game with a run. Reached on an error the last time around. This will be the first look Smith gets at DeCroche, and he watches the first one, a ball a little too low. Don't want to let a pitch get by you if you're Drew Lucy right now, with Ryan Bolton threatening at third, breaking ball into the zone for strike 1 on Bolton, or on Smith. That one fouled back. Smith, your player of the game in game 1 after a hit, a couple of walks, and an RBI double that got the offense going in game 1. This one cut on straight to the second baseman again in Lamond. He scoops it into his chest, cradles it, and gets it over to Howell just barely on time. Eagles begging that he was safe. He is not. So that'll be the end of the top of the 6th. 1 run on the board. That's 3 consecutive innings the Eagles have scored, and it's a 5-2 ball game when we come back here in the top of the 6th.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Brock Culpepper back on the mound here for his 2nd inning of work, and Carson Bradley swinging right away at the first offering from Culpepper for strike one. Bradley 0 for 2 in this game. Was the DH the last game as well, where he was 1 for 2 with 2 runs and a couple of walks to go along with it. He squares around for the bunt. It goes up the third base side and straight foul. So 2 strikes now for Carson Bradley. Culpepper just 11 pitches thrown here in this contest. Culpepper, one of the most experienced pitchers on this staff. 79 innings over his career. 40 appearances in a Carson-Newman uniform as that one's waved on. And Culpepper coming in hot with the strikeout on Carson Bradley to get things kicked off here in the top of the 6th. Just 7 appearances last year as Abe Fenwick, who hit a line drive out to right field in his last at-bat, fouls one back. Fenwick, the catalyst that ended Caisson's day, and Culpepper rips a breaking ball at 77 miles an hour into the zone for strike 2. Culpepper right up the middle on this one. It's a soft little grounder that Culpepper can't get a glove on. It bobbles out. It was rolling towards Floyd at first base. He tried to make the play, wave Floyd off of it. And Abe Fenwick safe at first yet again for the second at-bat in a row. Brings up the catcher, Drew Lucy. This will be his first look at Culpepper. Eagles have taken care of the Golden Eagles historically as Culpepper slips on that one and lets it go into the thigh of Lucy, so he'll take his base. Fenwick over to second. And runners yet again on base for the Golden Eagles, looking to get on the board for the second time in as many innings. Culpepper fires one, a strike on Hunter Howell, who also reached base in his last at-bat, hit a ground ball hard between the 3-4 gap and out into right field to get on base. He would eventually come around to score, but Culpepper fires another one on the inside corner that misses, so a 1-1 count with runners on first and second. Outfield is getting a little dicey here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Maybe about a half-inch of snow out there. Another breaking ball from Culpepper misses the mark completely into the right batter's box on the lefty and Howell. 1-2 count with 1 out on the board. Eagles have put up runs in 3 consecutive innings on offense. Pitchers trying to keep things manageable and maintainable. Eagles still up 5-2 on Charleston here. 3-1 count. This one just a little blooper into left field that falls in front of Bolton. He's going to throw it into Gibson, who cuts him off. Fenwick over to third, Lucy on second, and Hunter Howell safely on first base. They're going to count Fenwick's as a hit, so he's 2 for 3 today. Lucy hit by the pitch. He's on second base, and Hunter Howell, the single into left field. Brings up John Stansbury, the senior in this lineup. Trying to come up big and pick up an RBI here in a big moment. Hard ground ball up the right field line. That's foul. So an early 0-1 count for Stansbury. He's 1 for 2 today, a hit in his last at bat. A line drive out to left field. That would bring around Abe Fenwick to score, so an RBI as well for the senior. Chance to make it a multi-RBI day as he watches a breaking ball into the zone for strike 2. Culpepper kicks and fires, fanned on by Stansbury, and a big strikeout there for Culpepper. In a big moment, might have given up some runs with contact. 2 outs now for Carson-Newman, and they've both come in the form of strikeouts from Brock Culpepper. Damian Whitty, the right fielder now, trying to get on the board with a hit. This one just a ground ball to John O. Pierce at shortstop. He flicks it over to the second baseman in Nathan for the force out. No harm, no foul for Carson-Newman. Runners threaten, but no matter as Carson-Newman can get back to work here in the bottom of the 6th and look to close things out in the top of the 7th when we come back here on the Eagle Sports Network. Ethan Bechtold, the freshman, taking over for the Golden Eagles on the mound. He fires away at Maddox Green. The first pitch is a strike from the freshman. Carson-Newman leads Charleston by a score of 5-2. A couple of runs in the bottom of the fourth that have helped Carson-Newman maintain their lead. Mason Green watches one roll past the catcher in Lucy. Second pitch, a ball that misses. So a 2-1 count on Maddox Green and a new first baseman into the game in Logan Bradish. Fourth pitch from Bechtold misses again. So a 3-1 count, and Maddox Green can pick his pitch here. Right down the middle, a slow one for Bechtold that hits the zone and makes it a 3-2 count. Bechtold, the 6'3" freshman from Erie, Pennsylvania. Deals from the right side. Green right up the middle. It bounces to Stansbury, makes the throw over to Bradish at first for out number 1. Gotta wonder how much more baseball can be played here, as the snow not only starting to pile up on the grass in the outfield, but also now the turf of the infield. Logan Floyd steps up to the plate. Takes the first pitch, a ball. Floyd 2 for 2 today with 2 RBIs, 2 RBI doubles, in fact, and a walk that got him on base in his last at bat. Floyd skies this high out to center field. Man, that's got to be hard to see if you're Fenwick. He gets underneath it, though, as he leans to his right side to make the snag. So 2 outs on the board is Floyd now 2 for 3. And Cole Nathan will get a chance to swing. Put himself on base. Hasn't been on base yet in this game 2 against Charleston. Carson-Newman, they've been good against the Golden Eagles. This is their 7th meeting. Eagles lead the series 5-1. They've won 3 straight over Charleston. Make it 4 straight after the game earlier today, and in those first 3 games had scored 12 or more runs. Nathan takes the first pitch for strike 1. Bechtold almost gets him on a breaking ball to the outside corner, but he holds off for ball 1. Sophomore trying to keep his momentum going from last season as he chops one right to the glove of Stansbury, who makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. 3 outs away from ending this game is Carson-Newman up 5-2. And a pitching change coming up for the Eagles when we come back here in the top of the 7th.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network for the top of the 7th. And it's the top of the order, Samuel Lamond, who will get going against the new pitcher for the Eagles, and Eli Norris. The first pitch is a strike, 79 miles an hour, the first offering from Norris. Norris fires again, this time a fastball that misses low. Lamond is 0 for 2 in this game. Was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. That's the only time he's reached base. Struck out in his second at bat. In his last at bat, a ground out to the first baseman, Logan Floyd. Off-speed pitch from Norris is a strike down Broadway. Norris from the right side. This one's chopped at by Lamond, but it rolls foul. Norris at 6'2", he throws from the right side. Hails from Georgia, 3-pitch selection for the senior. 31 appearances over his career, 19 last season. He threw in 20 innings with a 1.8 ERA. So pretty good work last season for the senior. Another pitch on Lamond is a ball, so a 2-2 count with no runners on and nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Just 3 outs away as Lamond fans on one high at the eyes. It bounces off the wall, and Cochran makes the throw after he drops it over to first base. A strikeout in the first batter of 2026 for Eli Norris. Eagles now 2 outs away from taking both games here on this Friday doubleheader. Was initially scheduled for 3 games, a second game to be played, or a third game I should say, to be played tomorrow. But with the snow accumulation Jefferson City is supposed to have tonight, not looking likely we'll get to play. Dozenbach takes that one. A strike on the outside corner for the lefty. Norris fires again, another outside pitch that's waved on this time. 0-2 count for Norris, trying to wrap things up quickly here. Dozenbach falls one up the third baseline. 32 degrees here in Jefferson City. It continues to get colder. It was around 35 when we started the games earlier this morning. Wind still blowing out towards center field, very lightly though, as the left fielder fouls another one back. Norris keeping the 0-2 count on the sophomore. Norris delivers again, and he strikes him out. Got him on the splitter. And the senior trying to close things out here for this second game of the series. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter in to this game for the Golden Eagles. It's going to be number 39. Andrew Cobran, the freshman who played shortstop in the first game, will watch the first pitch from Norris go by an 89-mile-an-hour fastball for strike one. Norris just painting that outside corner right now. It's working well. He tries to do it again, but just a little bit too far outside on that one. So 1-1 count for Cobran. The freshman listed as an infielder from Canada. Lets that one go at his ankles. 2-1 count for Cobran. Norris throws another fastball, just a little too low in the eyes of Caleb McDonald. A couple fans in the stands thought it looked pretty good. 3-1 for Andrew Cobran. That one on the outside corner, so Cobran will take his base. Good selectivity from the freshman. And bring up Carson Bradley, the DH. Four different pitchers here in this 7-inning game for the Carson-Newman Eagles. Just two in that first game in Ryan Higgins and Jackson Underwood. As Bradley watches the first one, it's in front of Cochran, but not safely in the glove. He throws that one away, opts for a clean ball. 1-0 count on Carson Bradley, the DH. Is 0 for 3 today, struck out in his last at-bat. That one swung on and missed from Bradley, so 1-1 count. Bradley check swings on that one, but they're going to call that a strike. So a 1-2 count. Yes, he did go. And Norris one pitch away from ending this 7-inning game and helping Carson-Newman to a 2-0 start. Struck him out. Eli Norris, charge it. 3 strikeouts to end this game, and Carson-Newman opens the season 2-0 against the University of Charleston Golden Eagles. Lots of positives from this Carson-Newman team in this game. Good offense from the Eagles. They carried that over from last season, and a 5-2 ball game will be the final score. Eagles pick up 6 hits, 4 errors from the Golden Eagles, killing them. Lets a bunch of runs come in to score, and the Eagles open the season 2-0. It's been a pleasure bringing you all the action here on the Eagles Sports Network, and we'll be back when Carson-Newman plays again next weekend. For now, you can go tune in to Adam Cavalier calling Carson-Newman's men's basketball against Coker. That's going on at Holt Fieldhouse right now, so jump on over to that stream. But for now, signing off. Thank you to all of our teammates here who make this production possible. Rana DeCrow signing off from the Eagles Sports Network.